Hello, everyone. What's going on? It's Nordic here. Welcome back to yet again another stream, folks. We got our second one of the day out of 4. And this one should be an exciting one. All right, we got Minnesota and Vegas here. Game 4 of this series. If Minnesota wins, they can take a 3-1 series lead. If Vegas wins, they are tied heading to Game 5 in Vegas. So it's a very pivotal game, to be honest with you. And Marcus Johansson is not in the lineup. Wonderful, after I made him in my lineup thing. Great. Okay. All right, what's up? Oh, we got 10 people in here. What's up, everyone? How are we doing? I need to... What was I going to do? There was something I needed to do, but I forgot what. Oh, that's what I needed to do. All right, so we got Vegas versus Minnesota in the second of our 4-game slate today. This is going to be an interesting one for sure, because you look at how this series has gone. Minnesota, who was kind of underrated throughout this entire series, has now seemingly come in here, has played, unexpectedly good against the division-winning Vegas Golden Knights, and they have a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4. If they get the dub here today in XL Energy Center, they are able to go up 3-1 and possibly close it out in Game 5 or in Game 6. All right, starting goaltender preview here. You got Adin Hill in net for Vegas, and you have Philip Gustafsson in net for the Wild. So, for the Vegas' first line, that's the number one thing that we have been looking at through this series. They 125% need to play better. And will they? I guess we'll find out. But one thing's for sure, that Minnesota first line has been 1,000 times better than that Vegas first line. Matt Boldy, Kirill Kaprizov, Joel Eriksson Ek, who have all been unbelievable against Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, and Ivan Barbashev. Game 4 is underway. Face-off won by the Golden Knights, played through the neutral zone. Vegas will clear it now. Mark Stone trying to move it through the zone. Barbashev back up to Stone. Stone moves it in, fires it in, a save by Gustafsson early. I did not watch Game 3 of this series. Obviously, we streamed Games 2 and 1 in Vegas, so we got to see Vegas take the 1-0 lead and Minnesota tie the series. So I'm expecting some more out of that here today as well. I'm not entirely too sure how. I know Minnesota obviously won Game 3. I saw the highlights, but I didn't watch the game. So obviously there's a little bit of like a different scenario there. Theodore moves to the front, fires it, and it goes just wide of the net. Battling here on the right side, Eichel sends it up to Stone at the point. Stone back to Theodore. A shot, and blocked in front there by the Wild. Another shot, and a save there by Gustafsson. Early pressure here from the Vegas Golden Knights as this cleared down to the right side. Eichel holds the puck. Gives an upward over then for Stone, who drops it back and cleared to the neutral zone. Picked up then by Middleton. Back over then as it's tipped and into the Vegas end. Down low now with the puck is Shea Theodore. Theodore through the zone. Barbashev moves it in down low. Hurdle tied up now in the corner now as Dorofeev picks up the puck to the point. Kept in the zone then. Noah Hannafin to Dorofeev behind the net. We'll look for options here. Is tied up now down low and backed out of the zone then by Minnesota. Zuccarello dumps it down low. Marcus Foligno takes the puck. Battling for options here now down low in the corner. And picked up now and thrown up to the point. Faber over to Hartman. Minnesota can't keep it in the zone. They'll be forced to come out now. Here they'll race it the other way. Hartman into the zone. Shoots it and goes wide of the net. Played back in front. And they can't control that one either. Back now down low. It's Gaudreau who throws it around then. To the right side. Foligno battling forward here now. It comes up in front. Picked up then by Pietrangelo. Alex Pietrangelo sends a pass up. It's tipped as it goes all the way down and into the Minnesota zone. Battling here on the right side. Puck is played up. Trenton racing for it now. And White Cloud beats him to it. Battling now down low in the corner. Puck comes out in front. Backhand now up to the point. A slap shot from Bogosian. And it goes back down behind the net. Played on the right side now. Picked up then by the Wild. They'll have to regroup in their own zone. Bogosian sends it up then to Gaudreau, who clears it down low. Thrown around then. Picked up by Nicholas Waugh, who gives it up to Kolasar. Kolasar will chip it into the zone. Down low behind the net. Battling forward here now. It's a shot and blocked in front there. It's still in the crease and cleared out by the Wild. Down low, Bogosian gets it around down low. Battling forward is Rossi. He gets knocked off the puck. Waugh to Theodore. To the point. McNabb a shot and it goes wide. Picked up then by Minnesota and cleared into the neutral zone. And we get a whistle here right away for, I think, offsides or a hand pass or something like that. Vegas coming off here early, coming off and running. Shots are 2-1 in favor of them. They do look like the better team here so far through this last couple of minutes. Battling here now. 17:03 left here in the first period. Puck is played down low. Jacob Middleton will regroup for Minnesota. Behind the net. Comes out in front. Will shoot a pass over then to the center for Boldy. It's intercepted by the Golden Knights, who will control that, and a whistle here for a hand pass once again. Showing off John Hynes and Bruce Cassidy, the two head coaches in this series. Obviously, John Hynes in his first full year as the Minnesota head coach. Bruce Cassidy in his third season as the Vegas head coach. Face-off now inside of the Vegas end. Eichel versus Boldy. It's won by the Knights. Played down low. Hannafin slides it up through the zone. Minnesota with it. They'll dump it back down low. Pietrangelo will shoot it all the way down the other way. And picked up by Stone. Back for Hannafin. Intercepted by the Wild. Kaprizov in front. Shoots it. Blocked there by Pietrangelo. Battling here on the right side. It's picked up by Mark Stone. Stone through the zone to Eichel. Back down the other way then by Minnesota. Boldy racing for that puck, and White Cloud gets to it first. Down low, cleared around then. It's bat out of the zone. Kaprizov sends it to Boldy in front. Intercepted there by the Knights. Mark Stone will try and get that one out. It's unsuccessfully cleared and dumped back down the other way. Nicholas Haig now takes it around the right side. It's thrown in front then and picked up over for Dorofeev, who sends it down low. Battling in the corner. Hurdle now with Zuccarello. Dorofeev throws it up to the point to White Cloud. Over a shot. Save. Rebound. It's in the crease. And cleared out by the Wild. About 5 minutes through this first period. Shots are 3-1 in favor of Vegas. Minnesota in their own end. On the right side. Playing down low now. Rossi. Sends a pass up. It's cleared all the way down and into the Vegas end. Aiden Hill now down low for McNabb, who sends it up to the neutral zone. Steve Boyum playing in his fourth career playoff game here as it's dumped back down low. Gaudreau battling for it now behind the net. Nyquist throws it up to the point. Boyum sends it back down low now. And around playing the puck over is Trennan. Nyquist dumps that one in down low. Battling for it now is Brazeau. In the corner here now. It's sent up to the point. And a whistle here now as a Golden Knight goes down with a high stick. Are they going to call that one? What's up, Rick? And Brett Howden takes a stick to the face. And there will be a penalty here against Minnesota. It's going to be on Vinny Hinostroza, who slots in here after Marcus Johansson was called out for a lower body injury. He slots into the lineup here tonight and already takes a penalty. Not particularly what you want to do. And they're looking at Haig. It'll be a Vegas power play coming up. So Vegas 0 for 4 since game 1. They were 2 for 2 on their power play in game 1. They've been 0 for 4 since in both games 2 and 3. Let's see if they can connect and get something going here now. Face-off won by Minnesota. Faber shoots that one around. He clears it the other way. And down low, Hill will play the puck behind the net. Vegas picks it up. Shea Theodore moves it through the zone. Drops it back then. Eichel down the other way through the right side. Intercepted and cleared the other way again by the Wild. Down low, Shea Theodore takes that one behind the net. Theodore will move it through the neutral zone. Drops it back then for Eichel. Jack Eichel down the right side will lose the puck, and it's again cleared back down low. Sent down through the neutral zone and into the Vegas end. A good kill here so far by Minnesota. They're not giving Vegas much of anything. On the right side, Eichel drops it into the zone now for Stone. Stone with the puck, feeds it over. Dorofeev to Eichel. Up to the point. Theodore back to Eichel again. Eichel moves it in, holds it, sends it to Stone down low. Stone will wait. In front, Theodore. Over. Smith! And saved by Gustafsson. Kicks back up to the point. Theodore to Smith. He shoots it again and it goes wide. 40 seconds left on the Vegas power play. Theodore down low. Stone over to Eichel. Eichel in front and it deflects over to the other end and almost cleared out. Kept in though by Vegas at the point. Theodore holds it, shoots it. He scores! Shea Theodore, a shot from the point on the power play. And Vegas leads 1-0. On the power play from Shea Theodore at the point. Some screens in front. And Vegas has the early lead. Absolutely huge there for the Golden Knights to get off and running here early. And again, you look at how, in the first game, Vegas went down significantly early. And in that game, too, against Minnesota as well. You get the goal here early to go up 1-0. I think that definitely does mean something. And as a result, Vegas has the 1-0 lead. Puck dumped down low and into the Vegas zone. Hill sends it around now behind the net. Picked up then by Trennan. Over then for Brazeau. Brazeau gets tied up down low. It's picked back up again then by Vegas. A pass to the neutral zone. It's chipped down low and into the Minnesota end. Kolasar will race for it now, battling here with Rossi. Kolasar to Pearson. Back down low. They'll battle for it here up against the boards. It slides up then. Kolasar Battling now with Rossi as well. It slides out in front, a shot there, and it goes up and out of play. 12:34 left here in the first period. Shea Theodore with the early goal. It's 1-0 Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. We got 2 more streams after this one. We are live essentially all day. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in here early for this one. If you are new, please do consider subscribing and joining the great community that we have here on this channel. I'm not sure when we'll be live next for this series, but I'm assuming it will be soon. I'm looking forward to it. All right, that being said, let's start getting to work on the lineup cards for Colorado versus Dallas. So I apologize if you hear some typing here. I'm going to try and get some stuff done. Minnesota obviously up 2-1 in this series. I don't really think people really expected them to be up in this series whatsoever, but I don't know. It definitely bodes well. My bracket already doesn't look so great with the way this series is going. What's up, Andrew? Let's go Vegas. Hell yeah. Up with a 1-0 lead early from Shea Theodore. That's good for me because I had Vegas winning this series in 5, but it looks like that's not even possible anymore. It might be Minnesota in 5 if anything. Definitely a must win for the Abs. 100%. If the Avalanche lose tonight, I don't like their chances. Oh my god, Catherine Tappan. I haven't heard that name in years. Looking at Brandon Saad, 2-time Stanley Cup champion, won both of them with Chicago almost 10 years ago was when the last time he won a Stanley Cup. He's been in the league for a long time. Bounced around a couple of different places, but has definitely been in the league for a long time. Face-off won by the Knights. A shot saved by Gustafsson down low. Spurgeon feeds it up in front. Banks it off the boards now. Kaprizov sends it up then and over for Nyquist. Smith backhands it back down low. Minnesota with it here. They'll take it the other way. Gaudreau gets tied up by Haig, and now down low on the right side, Foligno trying to battle for it. Puck slides up and out of the zone. Minnesota will have to regroup. Middleton. Into the neutral zone. Cleared in. Down low, Pietrangelo trying to play it. He's got Zuccarello on him right there. Thrown back down low. Gaudreau battling for it. Stolen back down low then by Carlson. To Pietrangelo on the right side. Back behind the net then it's Foligno. Sent in front then as Gaudreau sends it in front end. Denied there. Smith backhands it off the boards and clears it into the Minnesota zone. Shots are 6-1 Vegas here through the first half of this period. Kaprizov dumps it down low into the Vegas end. On the right side here, Dorofeev over then for Hurdle. Played out in front. Eric's next right there. Will backhand it now down low. Kaprizov looking for options here. Stolen back then by Vegas. Here's Brandon Saad now the other way to Hurdle. Intercepted. Down low. Faber to Eric's neck now as Minnesota looks to regroup. Kaprizov sends it to Boldy. He gets it tied up there in his skates and just ends up dumping it back down low. And into the glove of Aiden Hill. And some pushing and shoving here now with 11 minutes to go here in the first. And that first line out there of Kaprizov, Boldy, and Eriksson Ek is up here and running early. These guys have been very solid throughout the majority of this series, including racking up points. I think the rest of their team in terms of like points, only like 30%. I think they held like 80% of the team's points, which is kind of wild to think. Face-off coming now inside of the Vegas end. Eichel versus Eriksson Ek. And it's won by Minnesota. They played up at the point. Spurgeon drops it back down low. With the puck now, stolen back then by Vegas. Eichel through the zone. Moves in, dekes around, loses control in front, and it goes up in the air and behind the net. Kicked up then to the point then for Theodore. Theodore sends it down low. Battling with it now is Barbashev. And picked up again then by the Knights. On the right side, slid in front then, Eriksson Ek. Sends it up for Boldy to Kaprizov. Back for Middleton, who joins the rush. And Vegas takes it right back. On the right side, halfway through this first period already, it's 1-0 Golden Knights. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel sends it through the neutral zone and down low. Gustafsson behind the net then for Faber. Faber to Gaudreau. Gaudreau down the other way, sends a pass up and over for the Wild. Into the zone, Nyquist shoots it, and it goes wide of the net and down into the corner. Saad sends it to Kolasar, picked up then by Minnesota again. They'll just dump it down low and regroup. Pietrangelo throws it around now behind the net and out of the zone all the way down the other way. And will that be an icing? Yes, it will. 9:47 left here in the first period. It's 1-0 Golden Knights. Thank you all for the support so far. I really do appreciate it. A lot of people in this stream early here already. So I appreciate that from you guys. Face off here inside of the Vegas zone. They'll battle for it now here on the right side. It's won by Vegas. Down low, they'll battle for it. Brazeau fighting with Hannafin. It's slid around now the right side. They'll regroup with it as it's kicked down and into the Minnesota end. Bogosian tries to get to it, and it'll be an icing against Vegas once again. So Minnesota here with some mid-period pressure. Vegas, though, racking up the shots. It's 6-1 in favor of them, even still. In the first period, it's been really not terribly close, if we're being completely honest. Face-off coming here again now inside the Vegas end. It's won by the Knights. Pietrangelo clears it to the neutral zone. Picking it up then is Bouillon. Bouillon sends a pass up to the neutral zone, battling for it here as it slides all the way down and into the Vegas end. Haig battling with Trennan. Trennan gets a piece of that puck. Throws it in front. Rossi scores! Marco Rossi, a pass in front, and we're tied at 1. What a feed from Jakob Trennan behind the net, and Marco Rossi with his second career playoff goal ties the game up early and on the second shot of the game. Oh, phenomenal. Phenomenal stuff there from Minnesota. What a pass in front. White Cloud might have been blocking his own defender there. Or maybe it was Brazeau, I'm not 100% sure. But Marco Rossi with the goal. And the Minnesota Wild tie it here at 1. Sorry that the stream is very glitched for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. Just ignore that. Face-off coming here now inside of at center ice. It's won by the Knights. On the right side, William Karlsson will just backhand it into the zone now down low. Behind the net, it's taken then by Gaudreau and sent to the neutral zone. Minnesota just won't quit. No, they will not. Battling here now on the right side. Picked up then by Smith, who dumps it back down low. Middleton battling here on the right side. Zuccarello. Pass up over then as it's cleared in the neutral zone and stolen back then by the Knights, who will bring it back in. Howden slides it over then. Up to the point. Dorofeev. Theodore, a shot blocked in front. Of course, Bond, no problem. Down low. Spurgeon throws it in front. Redown Theodore. In front there. Shoots it just wide as he joins the rush down low as well. And back up to the point. Vegas on the right side. Picked up then by Spurgeon. Spurgeon sends it to center ice. And Minnesota will regroup and get a line change here with the puck. Pass up in front, given away then by Barbashev. Dorofeev gets it down low into the zone. Battling now with Gaudreau. And kicked out then by Nyquist. Nyquist moving it down the other way. Breaks into the zone. Comes wide. Will just send it back behind the net. Here on the right side. Stolen back then by Brandon Saad. Saad through the neutral zone. Taken back then by Hurdle. Hurdle into the zone. Holds it. Waits in front. Saad over. And what a block from Brock Faber. What a block from Minnesota's Brock Faber. In front from Nick Hague, who almost made it a 2-1 lead for Vegas. Battling here on the right side. Nyquist through the zone. Will clear it down into the Vegas end. Not good enough for an icing. 7 minutes left here in the first period. The score is 1-1 apiece. It's White Cloud. Passes it up to the neutral zone. It's dumped in there by Barbashev now. Behind the net. Eichel battling for it. Played up now through the zone for Kaprizov. Stolen back then by Vegas. Barbashev chips it down to Stone. Stone shoots it. Saved by Gustafsson. On the right side, Boldy feeds the puck up to Kaprizov. Kaprizov into the zone. Slides it to Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek waits. Throws it in front end. Boldy can't tuck that one in. Dumped down low then by Brodin. Behind the net. Taken back then by Eriksson Ek. Holds it. Waits. Fires it in front. What a save by Hill on Kaprizov. He was left alone in front. And Hill was the last resort. Back in front. Eichel. And misses that pass. Kaprizov taking it now through center ice. Boldy trying to run it in down low. Battling now with Theodore in the corner. Huge hit there from Waum. Boldy as they still battle for it here. It's picked up then at the point. Cleared out of the zone by the Knights. Kaprizov sends it to Faber. Faber waits for options. Feeds it up to the neutral zone. Rossi with it here now. Dumps it down low. As Trennan battles for it, he goes down and still down low in the corner. McNabb to Kolasar. Slides a pass up as Vegas will take it now the other way. Kolasar clears it into the zone. Down low, it's Boyum. Boyum throws it around then as Bogosian sends it to the neutral zone and picked up again by Vegas. Tripped down low by Bogosian. There won't be a call. And cleared out to the neutral zone. Racing for the other way. Into the zone. Minnesota. Trennan with Boldy in front. And Vegas breaks it up before it gets bad. Battling on the right side. Puck is dumped out of the zone. And Minnesota will regroup. 5 minutes left here in the first period. It's a thrilling first period here at that. We're tied at 1. Into the neutral zone now. Minnesota trying to break things out the other way. Zuccarello loses an edge. Gives it up then for Hartman. Hartman tied up against the boards then by Hannafin. Down low. Foligno battling for it as well. To the right side in front. And Zuccarello can't finish that. Back now to the right side. Smith. Battling here down low. Foligno. Also trying to get the puck loose too. Zuccarello throws it around behind the net. Picked up then at the point. A shot from Hartman and blocked in front. Thrown back down low behind the net. Hannafin. Slides it around then down low. Foligno. We'll get it back behind the net. Hannafin will throw it back and trying to clear it out of the zone. Minnesota keeps it in. Finally, they get it out. 4:10 left here to go. Shots are 7-4 in favor of the Golden Knights, but we're tied at 1. Faber sends a pass up to Hartman. Over then for Kaprizov. Kaprizov, what a move to Eriksson Ek in front, and Boldy gets knocked down low into the corner. Kaprizov. On the right side, throws it up to Faber at the point. Kept in, though, by Minnesota, and it slides out. Oh, that's brutal. They couldn't keep it in. Here's Shea Theodore. Theodore with the puck now in the Vegas end. Feeds a pass up then for Stone. Intercepted by Minnesota, and Vegas gets it right back. Theodore waiting here on the regroup. Gives it up then for Eichel. Jack Eichel. Through the neutral zone. Drops it back. Stolen then by Minnesota. Bogosian sliding through. Up then for Boyum, who gives it to Boldy. It's tipped and picked up then again by Minnesota. Boldy up to the front. Gaudreau shot. Save in front. And I think it might have got a piece on Pietrangelo. Here comes Vegas the other way. Barbashev with some room. Moves to the middle. Doesn't have any room. And has to wait. Up to the point. Pietrangelo! And a save by Gustafsson. And some cheers there from the crowd. Back and forth action here, non-stop. It's still tied at 1. Oh, man, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We got 45 people in here. Good Lord, that's like very good for my streams. Thank you all so much. What is happening with my KPS? It's like incredibly laggy for some weird reason. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry, guys, if it's picking up on the stream's end. Okay, I do not know why it's doing that. All right, I'll take my hands off. Okay, all right. Oh my Lord, it's like really glitchy. Of course, Kathy, no worries. Minnesota needs to quit. My bet can't die because of Minnesota. I believe it, to be honest with you. I definitely believe that. Oh my God, we got 60 people in here. Good Lord. This is the game that I had the lowest expectations for, and you guys are killing it. All right, still a commercial break, by the way. All right, welcome back. Showing off John Hines. Had 97 points this year in his first full season as the Minnesota head coach. They made it in the first wild card spot in the last game of the season. Battling here on the right side. Face-off won by Vegas. Theodore moves it to the front. Shoots it. Saved by Gustafson. Once again. Thank you, Bon. I appreciate it. Need over 5.5 again. We'll see. I think there's already 2 here today. It's not impossible. I have a weird feeling like this could be like a high-scoring affair. Who knows? Face-off coming here now. Won by Vegas. Minnesota picks the puck up. They'll rush it down the other way and clear it into the zone. Battling here on the right side is Trennan, who sends it down low. Theodore. Up over to the McNabb to Wah. Wah through the zone. Down low here. Stolen back then by the Wild. And cleared all the way down the other way. Theodore waits with the puck. Down low now. Huge hit there by McNabb. And thrown up and out of the zone by Vegas. Minnesota will dump it back in, and it'll be offside, so they'll have to come out. Shots are 10-4 here in favor of the Golden Knights. On the right side, Eichel to Theodore. To McNabb, back to Eichel, who tries breaking into the zone, gets tied up there on the right side, and stolen back then by the Wild. Faber to Brodin. Brodin will dump it into the zone. And back down low, then battling forward, Hanifin to Pietrangelo. On the right side, Stone. Fighting forward here, puck goes all the way up and down and into the Minnesota end. Boldy will move it back down the other way. Boldy dumps it in down low. Pietrangelo back over then to Hanifin. Pietrangelo waits, skates it through center ice. It's picked up then by Vegas. And they'll try and bat it into the zone, but Minnesota says no. About 1:30 left here in the first period. It's still tied at 1. And an icing now against Minnesota. Or sorry, Vegas with 1:18. Uh-oh, what did Paul Maurice say? The only players we hit are the ones that have pucks. That's crazy. Happy birthday to Kirill Kaprizov. Wow. Spurgeon with the puck. Clears it down low into the zone. Approaching the last minute of play here in the first period. Down low. Vegas with it. They'll try and backhand it up out of the zone on the right side. Spurgeon gets it through now down low behind the net. And an icing call there against Minnesota with 56 seconds left. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Showing off Bill Guerin, GM of the Minnesota Wild. President of hockey operations, too. Kind of forget, like, some people, some GMs are also the president, too. Kind of crazy. Face off in the Minnesota zone, won by the Wild. Played around then by Foligno. Through the zone, it's taken in by Hartman. Hartman to Foligno in front. Holds it. Zuccarello tries sending it down low and deflected back behind the net. Played up then. Brodin sends it down low. Back up to the point. Zuccarello to Faber and blocked in front by McNabb. Down low. Puck comes out then as Theodore will backhand it all the way down the other way. Picked up then by Brodin and into the Vegas end. As time continues to wind down here. 15 seconds left now. Picked up again then by Vegas, who will move it into the zone. One last push. Pearson, a shot! And stopped there by Gustafsson. Kolasar tries moving it to the front. Puck will slide out. And that will do it for the first period. 2 goals, one from Vegas, one from Minnesota. Marco Rossi and Shea Theodore. And that being said, that'll be the score tied up at 1 in the first intermission. And that being said, it is intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you gotta do. And we will be back for the second period momentarily as I try and find the intermission clock thing. If I can find it. Is it this? Okay, no, it's not. I'm trying to find it so I can turn on the clock. Scripts. Oh. It's a good question. Where the hell is it? Okay, is that it? Yep, it is. All right, perfect. All right, you guys know the drill. 17 minutes, or maybe you do, maybe you don't. 17 minutes till the start of the second period. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Perfect. Make that a little smaller. Move that in there. Great. All right. Let me make my clips. What is going on with my computer that's moving so slow? All right, I gotta get my laundry. Don't mind me. Just gotta do this real quick. All right. What a goof. All right, let me pull up the stream on my phone while I do this. I don't even think I got the I didn't even get the one with him. I don't know why it's so glitchy. It's like super laggy for some reason. I don't know why that is. That's so weird. Do I have something playing? I don't know. That's very strange. I guess that's it telling me to leave it be. So that's what I'll do. All right, thank you all so much for tuning in through the first half of this live stream. I really do appreciate it. I've haven't had this many people in a stream in a long time, so thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right. Oh, my device does not have enough storage. Great. I gotta clear up more storage again. Hello from Norway. Oh my god. Welcome. From Norway. God damn. What time is it over there? It's probably pretty early in the morning. $10:50, like AM or PM? I would assume AM, right? Maybe. PM. Oh, damn. I thought, well, yeah, I guess you guys aren't 24 hours ahead of us. That's not that late. That's light. It's almost 5 p.m. here in the States. Am I Central? I am Eastern. I'm Eastern time. So I'm a little bit, like 6 hours behind you. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know, I don't really understand the perception of time. I'm not not a very smart human being, so obviously I'm kidding, but well, maybe actually. Maybe I'm kidding. Oh, I wish I didn't have like a freaking cut on my tongue or whatever, because it really hurts. It's like killing me here. All right, got about 10 minutes here till the start of the third. Goal in front and it cleared out, kept in though by Vegas at the point. Theodore holds it, almost cleared out, kept in though by Vegas. Flex over to the other end and almost cleared out, kept in though by Vegas at the point. Theodore holds it, shoots it, and almost cleared out, kept in though by Vegas. Cleared out, kept in though by Vegas at the point. Theodore holds it, shoots it. He's other end and almost. Oh, I can't get this timed right. At the point, Theodore holds it, shoots it. He scores! Shea Theodore a shot from the point on the power play, and Vegas leads 1-0. On the power play from Shea Theodore at the point, some screens in front, and Vegas has the early lead. One thing that I like to do is make clips of all the goals that I score and then post them on Shorts and on Instagram. So that's one. All right, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Still got a little bit of time here until the start of the second period. All right. Ooh, okay. Shots are 11-4 Vegas. Neutral zone. Thinking about Sends a pass up to the neutral zone, battling for it here as it slides off. Pass up to the neutral zone, battling for it here as it slides all the way down and into the Vegas end. Hey, for it here and slides all the way down and into the Vegas end. Hey, battling with Trennan. Trennan gets a piece of that puck, throws it in front. Rossi scores! Trennan gets a piece of that puck, throws it in front. Rossi scores! Marco Rossi, a pass in front, and we're tied at 1. What a feed from Jakob Trennan behind the net, and Marco Rossi with his second career playoff goal ties the game up early. All right, that's the clips I wanted to get done. Perfect. Thank you, everybody who stick around here. Who scored for Minnesota? Marco Rossi with the goal. So Rossi tied the game up. Shea Theodore had the goal for the Knights. We're tied up at 1 after 20 minutes of play. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this stream so far. I really appreciate it. We had almost 60 people in here, and I haven't had that number be showed on my screen in a while. So thank you, all of you guys, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Upload. There we go. Oh my goodness, why is the FPS doing this to me right now? What is happening? Okay, that's enough. It's dropping frames like crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. I guess I need to stay off the computer because it's not liking me right now. Maybe because I have it plugged in. All right, got about like a little less than 18 minutes until the start of the second period. So let me change that up real quick. All right, second period ready to get here underway. First period recap. Goals came from Shea Theodore and Marco Rossi to tie this game up at 1 here through the first 20 minutes of play. Let's see what the second period has to hold now in this series. Again, if Minnesota wins this, they take a 3-1 series lead and head to Vegas with a chance to move on to the second round. For Vegas, they can tie this up and head to Game 5 where anything can happen. But regardless, you got to get through this game first and win this game as well. Second period here is almost underway momentarily. Thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the great community that we have here on this channel. All right. Let's get ready to go. Get the show on the road. Face off here from center ice. It's Eichel versus Eriksson Ek. Both first lines out there. One's been rolling, one has not. And we're underway. Face off one here by Minnesota. Play to the right side. Dumped down low into the Vegas end. Back now. Theodore misses the shot. McNabb intercepted by Kaprizov. Kaprizov tries sending it up to the point. Stolen back then by Stone. Stone to Theodore, who dumps it down low. Shots are 11-4 through the first 20 minutes in favor of Vegas. Here come the Wild. Eriksson Ek down the right side will try getting it past Theodore. It's intercepted now down low. Kaprizov looking for options. Bangs it off the boards at the point. Spurgeon on the right side. Stolen back then by Vegas. Barbashev to Eichel. Eichel regroups. Gives it to Stone. Stone to Barbashev. Now down low. Battling for it here is Middleton. In the crease. Picked up then by Eichel in front. Hartman will dump it in down low. About a minute through this second period. Down low now. Pietrangelo battling with Eichel on the right side. Picked up then by Hannafin. Battled away by Bogosian. Down low. Hartman moves it in. Backhands. And off the net. Moves it up to the point. Will fire it down low. It goes up in the air in front of Hill. Oh, on the rebound feed in front of traffic. And it's 2-1 Wild. Marco Rossi. Marco Rossi. Marcus Foligno. Oh, my Lord. And Minnesota takes a 2-1 lead here. As the stream, completely froze for, a good, 3 seconds there. Oh, man, why is it doing this to me? It's never done this before, ever. I don't know why it's doing this now. And Minnesota from Marcus Foligno. And they have a 2-1 lead here early in the second period. And we're going to go to center ice here. They looked like they might review it for goalie interference, but Vegas is not taking the chance. Down low in the zone, Vegas with the puck. Banks it off the boards now. It goes down the right side and in for Minnesota. Here's Zeev Buium. Bounces it around down low. Picked up then by Foligno, who tries shooting it out. Kept in, though, by the Knights. Howden. Down low. Battling here now. Foligno on the right side. It's picked up then by Vegas. They try and clear it out. Hartman banks it off the boards. Taken back then and backhanded down low into the Minnesota end. We get a whistle here for offsides, I think, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. And in front there for Hill, and there's really not goalie interference there, to be honest. It's just Hill didn't know where the puck was. Too many bodies in front for Hill to notice it. And Marcus Foligno gets the backhand goal there. That's his 5th career postseason goal, his 3rd of the series. So he's been pretty good throughout this whole series for Minnesota, racking up the goals. Wild's done decent. They've been, I think, more than decent. The fact that they're up 2-1 against Vegas in the series and in this game is pretty phenomenal. Battling here on the right side. Puck is slid back down low. Behind the net, Gustafsson gives it over then for Faber. Faber sends a pass up through the neutral zone. Chipped out in front. Here's Nick Waugh. Through the zone now, down the right side. Will look for options here. Thrown in front, Pearson, and Kolasar can't finish. Back down low, Theodore intercepted then by Minnesota. Vegas picks it back up. Kolasar into the zone. Looks in front for Waugh, and blocked by a Wild. At the point, Theodore. With it, slap shot. Deflected and a save by Gustafsson with the glove. And some pushing and shoving there between Kolasar and Waugh, respectively. Ooh, I know what's doing it. It's that. That was what was doing it. All right, now it should be okay. I'm pretty sure it should be okay now. All right, face off here now inside of the Minnesota end. It'll be Eichel versus Boldy. Or sorry, Eichel versus Eriksson Ek. They threw Boldy out. Face off. Here now, won by the Knights. And they blow that whistle dead right away for a face-off violation. They'll do the face-off again. $17-19 left here in the second. Shots are 12-6. Face-off won by Eichel. Shot saved by Gustafsson. Cleared out of the zone then by Minnesota. It won't be enough for an icing. Hannafin now will redirect it back down low behind the Vegas net. Sends a pass all the way up now the other way. It's banked off of multiple players, and Minnesota picks it up. Middleton to Spurgeon, who chips it out of the zone. Hannafin picks it up now the right side. Eichel through, down low, and just wide of Gustafsson. Kaprizov shoots that hit there on Kaprizov, and that didn't look pretty. And they're going to call that. Oh, never mind. They're not. Offsides against Vegas. And Kaprizov takes a rough hit there from Barbashev. Hits him right on the numbers. That's not particularly great. Kind of a dangerous hit there from Barbashev on Kaprizov, but, you know, we'll keep on playing. Face-off coming here now in outside of the Minnesota end. Barbashev versus Hartman. Face-off won by the Knights. Haig over, cleared into the zone. Back now behind the net. It'll be picked up by Minnesota's Boyum. Scored his first career point last game with Minnesota in the playoffs. Here's Hurdle. Hurdle into the zone. Waiting for options. We'll send it back over then for Haig. Battling now behind the net. Dorofeev with Boyum as well. Puck will break free on the right side. Puck will slide back down low. Bogosian with it. Will try backhanding it up and out of the zone. And it's center ice. Haig will send it through. And Hurdle will move it into the zone. Saad dekes around. Look. Shoots it. Off with the pad of Gustafsson. On the right side. Zuccarello trying to clear that puck away. It's still being battled for here. It comes free then for Boyum, who feeds it to center ice to Hartman. Hartman up then for Zuccarello, who skates back down low and waits. Puck is intercepted in front. Stolen back then. Nyquist takes it in front, and we get a whistle here. For offsides? What was the call? I didn't notice. And something's coming here. What just happened? Oh! Too many men on Minnesota. So power play coming up for Vegas. I realized I had that on the entire time. Great. Great. I'm still worried about the lagginess on the freaking stream that I didn't realize Vegas is on a power play for the entire game. Well, now they are actually on the power play. So face-off coming here now in the Minnesota zone. And it's won by the Wild. Faber clears it all the way down the other way. It'll go down low behind the net. Now Hill will control it. Back then for Theodore. Theodore through the zone. Sends a pass up then for Hurdle. Hurdle down low, battling here in the corner. Picked up then by Dorofeev behind the net to Stone. Back for Boldy. Boldy will get it up and clear down the other way. And down low now is Theodore behind the net. Shea Theodore moves it through center ice. Will drop it back. Eichel taking it now the other way. Will move it through. Over then to Stone, who drops it back to the point. Theodore to the right side to Eichel. To the point. Theodore to Eichel. Shoots it. Saved by Gustafsson. Stone down low. Trying to make plays here. Throws it up to the point. Eichel back with it. Down low. Stone holds the puck. To Eichel. Eichel waits. Over. Theodore shoots it. Blocked in front. Knights still have it. Eichel on the right side to Theodore. And a glove save by Gustafsson. Shots are 16-7 in favor of the Golden Knights. They've kind of run away with things here in terms of the shots. But when you have a power play, I guess that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Still 2-1 Minnesota. Thank you all for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. Face-off here, won by Minnesota. They'll bank it off the boards and all the way back down and into the Golden Knights zone. Regrouping with it here now is Shea Theodore. Theodore will take it through. Coming down low now is Riley Smith down the right side. Moves it behind the net to Stone. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel holds it. Throws it back down low. Stone waits. Back to Eichel now. Eichel controls. Down low to Stone. Back to Eichel. Eichel still holding it. Theodore moves in. Over. Smith to Theodore. To Eichel. To Theodore at the point. Down low for Stone. It's deflected in front by Middleton. And that'll do it for the power play. Theodore to Smith. A shot. It goes up and out of play. And what a kill there by Minnesota. It wasn't easy, but they got it done. Vegas just kind of passing the puck. It seems like they're a little bit hesitant to shoot it and score, but we keep it on going here. 6 minutes gone here in this second period. It's still 2-1 Wild. Whew. Oh, man. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you all for tuning in here. About 6 minutes gone here in this second period. The score stands as is. It's 2-1 Minnesota. Again, if the Wild win this game, they take a 3-1 series lead heading back to Vegas for Game 5. It's not over yet in the series, but man, if they can do that, I don't know. It might be. It damn well might be. Showing off Bill Guerin once again. Face off now here inside of the Vegas end. Or the Minnesota end. Talking about the Rossi play in front. And the plays from last night's game who have been very skilled. Minnesota's looked damn good in these games at home. They didn't even look bad against Vegas in game 1 and 2 either, to be honest. Face-off coming here now inside of the Minnesota end. Showing off Matt Boldy has 10 points in 15 career playoff games, has 4 goals on 9 shots in this series alone. Face-off coming here now, won by Minnesota down low. Middleton will clear it all the way to center ice. Picked up then on the right side. Hannafin now down low and icing here against the Wild as they overshot it too much. Time continues to wind down. Shots are 16-7. That's right. Face off again here now inside the Wild zone on the right side. The Gustafson. It's won by Minnesota. They'll bank it off the boards. They will successfully get it out. Played here at center ice. Picked up again by the Knights. Batted out then by the Wild. Here they come. Brazeau will just shoot it in on Hill. He'll make the save. And down low is Trennan. Trennan battling now. Rossi picks it up to the point then Bogosian. Bogosian to Boyum. Back to Bogosian. Shoots it. Saved by Hill. Boyum a shot. And a glove save by Hill. As Minnesota starts to rack up a couple of shots here now. Shots are 16-10. $13.05. Face off now in the Vegas zone. Gaudreau versus Carlson. Nyquist now battling forward here down low. Face off. Won by Vegas. They take it down low. Brett Howden down the right side. Howden sends a pass up, intercepted then by Minnesota. Puck will slide into the Vegas end. They'll play it up through and into the Minnesota zone. Howden through the zone. He's got Carlson in front. Saved by Gustafson. Kept in the zone, though, by Vegas. Stolen back by the Wild. And Vegas finally gets it back and regroups the other way. What a save by Philip Gustafson on that redirect. Bogosian will shoot that one out of the zone for Minnesota. Vegas will just dump it right back in as a result of an icing against the Knights. Interesting. And what a play in front there for Carlson, who had a clear opportunity on a 2-on-1, but Gustafson says, nope, you ain't scoring on that one. So that is going to be an icing there against the Golden Knights. I didn't think it was that bad, but looks like it will be. So now a face-off coming here inside of the Las Vegas end. He's talking to Cassidy and Saad. And now they're going to look at this and see if this really was an icing. Okay, well then. All right, cool. Oh, that's not fun. Sorry about that, guys. I had to grab something real quick, because all my stuff just fell. Because of course it did. All right, so they're looking at it to see if it really was an icing. Water, a very different team with Eck and the Thrill, 100%. They look like a completely different breed here tonight. And overall in this series, like, in the games we streamed and watched on that Downspire when they weren't there, they didn't even look like themselves. They looked like a completely different team. So I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. Face off. Won by the Wild. Faber throws it down low. Kaprizov throws it in front. Deflected just wide. Boldy now battling down low. He picks it up. Will move it up to the point. Boldy waits. Sends it back down low. Over then behind the net now. Kaprizov battling with Haig. And Eriksson Ek then tries sending that up. Stolen back by Hurdle. Still battling forward in the corner. And we got a whistle here for something. And there's going to be a penalty on Minnesota for slashing. I think it's going to be Eriksson Ek. And the Golden Knights, for the third time tonight, will go to the power play. But let's see if that's going to work out for him, because it hasn't been so hot throughout these last couple of games. The fans are not a fan of that call whatsoever. They do not like that. No siree. All right, face-off coming here yet again. Power play up now for the Golden Knights. Hurdle versus Hartman. They're 1 for 2 on the power play today with 4 shots. So one of them connected. They were 0-4 in the previous 2 games. Face-off won by Minnesota down low. Boldy will shoot that one all the way down the other way. Off the draw. Now down low. It's picked up by Theodore. Theodore will send it back to Eichel. Here comes Jack Eichel down the right side through the zone to Stone. Stone to the point. Dorofeev to Eichel. Eichel holds it at the point. A shot and a save by Gustafsson once again and cleared the other way by the Wild. What a clear. Down low now. Hill gives it up then for Shea Theodore. Theodore moves it through the zone. He'll drop it back as Eichel moves it down the other way. Eichel into the zone now for Stone. On the right side, clear down low into the Las Vegas end. No, there have been no Vegas penalties. It's been all Wild penalties. And thank you. I appreciate it. Intercepted by Minnesota at the line and cleared down into the Vegas end. Regrouping with it now is Theodore. Taking it around now on the right side. Drop back then, Jack Eichel will take it through center ice. Eichel through to defender, stolen back then by the Wild. They'll clear. Phenomenal kill here so far by Minnesota. About 30 seconds left on the Vegas kill. Of course, Chris. No worries. Carlson down the ice. Into the zone. Backhand around and an offside call there against Vegas. What's up, Hot Take Hockey? Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, 50 likes. Let's do it. I'm sure you're thrilled about your Maple Leafs popping off. Are they about to sweep tonight? I don't know. We'll have to see. Carlson. Over then for Smith. Up to the point. Hannafin. Redirects it. Carlson shoots it just wide of the net. On the right side, it's played out then for Hannafin. Into the zone. Carlson shoots it in. About through the halfway minute mark of this second period and this game. Down low in the zone. Up in front. A shot saved by Gustafsson that even got on. Penalties over. Wild will race it down the other way. And battle here in the neutral zone as puck is still in the corner there. And finally it breaks free. Time winding down here now. We're back to even strength. Down into the zone behind the net. Kaprizov fighting for it. Back down low. Eriksson Ek trying to send it around. Kept in though by Vegas. Dumped into the zone by Waugh. Carlson will race for it now. He'll move that one down low. Carlson waits. Throws it in front. And Kolasar can't tip it. Around on the right side. Kolasar takes it down low. Battling here now. And a penalty here against... Is it against Minnesota? No, it's against Vegas. Keegan Kolasar will go to the box. And for the first time tonight, Minnesota gets a power play. I know, almost 100. I've never had 100 in the chat before, ever. Thanks, Will. Maybe. I would love to have that, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, we're in commercial break. We'll get a Minnesota power play here momentarily. Sharks are probably not making the playoffs next year. No, they're not. But I get what John's trying to say. He wants. I definitely would love to see them back in. They were one of the teams this year that was incredibly entertaining. And I think, again, they might have been the most entertaining 20-win team in the league. Just with guys like Celebrini and Smith and all them. And you got Mike Greer at the helm, who did a really good job. I mean, it wasn't on paper it wasn't pretty, but they had a lot of games where they would be up and then they would blow it at the end or just come short. They really didn't play that bad at multiple points throughout the season. So I would not be shocked at the slightest if that happens. So Minnesota power play coming up. The Wild's power play was actually not that bad during the regular season. I forgot to pull up my stats here at the beginning. Wild's power play was 20th in the league, so it was a little bit below average at that point, but even still so far, it's had some solid numbers throughout these playoffs, and especially with this top line playing the way they have. It's been good enough, that's for sure. Face-off coming here now in the Vegas end. Kaprizov wins the draw. Boyum to Boldy. Boldy passes it in front, and it's directed to the right side. Zuccarello to the point. Boyum to Kaprizov. Kaprizov thrown in front, save, rebound, directed in front, and Hill has the puck. It looked like he didn't know where it was, but he got it. Thank the Lord. Well, I guess he's thanking the Lord. All right. Face-off now again here in the Vegas end. Eriksson Ek versus Eichel. If Minnesota can score this and take a 3-1 lead, that would be absolutely huge. Face-off. Won by Minnesota. Boyum at the point. Down low. Zuccarello will send that one behind the net to Boldy. He can't keep it in. They'll have to come out. On the right side, Boyum drops it back to Boldy. Boldy through the zone will circle back around here now and wait. Kaprizov with the puck. Sends a pass all the way up and back down and into the Vegas end. Hill will shoot it around now behind the net. It's kept in though by Minnesota. Boldy to the point to Kaprizov to Eriksson Ek. Thrown down low. Zuccarello battling for it now. Thrown up to the point. Boyum. Kaprizov. Zuccarello. On the right side. Stick handles to Boyum at the point. Back to Zuccarello. Over. Boldy to the front. Kaprizov! Dushed wide. Oh my goodness. Kept up though in the zone by Minnesota. Down low. Kaprizov. Behind the net. Thrown in front. Picked up then by Boldy on the right side. To Boyum. Back to Boldy. Boldy. Waits. To the point to Boyum. Zuccarello now down low to Kaprizov. Tries throwing it in front. Battle for it now behind the net. And passed up then to the point, and we get a whistle. As the net got moved slightly. Thank you for the $2 donation, Avery. Let go streaming, go wild. Heck yeah, we love to hear that. Thank you, Avery. Shout out Avery in the chat. I know. Swogo, I've never had this many people in a stream in a long time. I was looking at because I keep track of everything, okay? I keep track of all the stats and stuff. The last time we had this many people in a stream was back in December. So it's been a long time So thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me as I've been doing this for a long time. 32, 13. Face off. Won by the Wild. 10 seconds to go on their power play. They'll hold it and regroup, and that'll pretty much do it as they'll dump it back in, and that's a kill for the power play. Battling now down low. Haig fighting in the corner. Picked up then by Vegas. Through the zone. And offsides there against the Knights. 6:48 left here in the second period. Shots are 19-12. Face off here now, won by Minnesota. They'll play it through center ice on the right side. Kicked up then for Gaudreau. Down into the zone. Gaudreau, a shot saved by Hill. Yeah, that's usually why. When I'm the only one doing it, that's typically why. But thank you, Bon. I appreciate it. I like to think I do an okay job. But I never really get this many people in a stream. So, you know, as a small guy, this is how you do it. This is how you build. You got to do all the games. And that's what I've been doing. Face off here now, won by the Knights. Directed and cleared down and into the neutral zone. Stolen back then, White Cloud regroups. 6:20 left here in the second period. Played up then through the zone is Wah. Down the other way. We'll throw it back behind the net. Over then for Nyquist. Nyquist sends it down low. Stolen back then, Gaudreau will clear it out to center ice. And the Knights will regroup. Dumped into the zone then by Haig. Not a lot of action since that game go-ahead goal by Marcus Foligno. But some power plays, some hits, some other plays. It's 2-1. Down low in the zone. Barbashev takes it now. Battling in the corner. Eichel and Boyum. Boldy picks up that puck down low. He'll throw it up in front then as Hartman will bank it up and out of the zone. Regrouping now is McNabb. Over then through the zone. Racing forward is Carlson. Carlson in front, a shot and blocked in front. Why, thank you, Bon. I appreciate it. A shot there. Stopped by Gustafson. Yeah, we'll be live for the other two games tonight, too. I know mostly Wild and Vegas fans are in here, but we'll be live for the other two tonight as well. Theodore throws that one down low behind the net. Eichel in the zone, gets up to the point. McNabb to Theodore, a shot, and denied in front. Eichel with the puck in front. Carlson save. Rebound. Stopped by Gustafson and cleared the other way. And the puck was cleared, but a whistle before it was cleared will keep the puck in the Minnesota zone. Shots are 22-13 in favor of Vegas. It's 2-1 Minnesota. Thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. If you are new here in the chat, I would appreciate if you would subscribe. But if not, just watch the whole broadcast and then consider subscribing. That's what I always tell everyone because, you know, injury reserves suck. Go Wild. That's awesome. All right, still got about 6 minutes left here in the second period. I can't show the screen due to copyright issues. As much as I would love to, I cannot. Otherwise, I would, but one time I got a copyright strike because I tried to show the screen like a couple years ago. I had to fight like hell to get it off, so I'm lucky my channel is still monetized because of it. It's pretty brutal. All right, still in commercial break. Thanks everybody for tuning in here today. I appreciate it. Because the World Juniors is not the NHL. The NHL is copyright. The World Juniors is a little bit different. Stone a shot blocked in front. So, like, I could show the World Juniors. I mean, I think first off, he's doing it illegally, probably. But I think you can do World Juniors. NHL, though, they'll strike your shit right away. That's one thing I've noticed. But yeah, there's definitely ways you can do it, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not doing this just to like, for the views or anything. I'm doing it for the fun and the commentary. And to hopefully practice so I can do it in the future or something like that. Puck is cleared down the other way. Into the Vegas zone. Pietrangelo regroups now for the Golden Knights. Dumped into the zone on the right side. Saad sends it in front then for Howden. Broken up there and cleared the other way. Kaprizov battling now with Haig. Picked up then by Hartman. Hartman shoots it just wide of the net. Zuccarello sends it back down low. Stolen back then by Vegas. 3:40 here left in the second period. It's dumped into the Minnesota zone. And cleared out to center ice. Here come the Wild. Hartman into the zone down the right side. Shoots it around. I would say Vegas has been pretty good for most of the game, but the Wild are leading. So a shot in front there, saved by Hill. And picked up now by the Knights. Hurdle directs it down low into the zone. Taken around now behind the net now is Brock Faber. 3:18 left here in the second period. And a whistle here now against the Golden Knights for icing. Minnesota upsetting Vegas would be crazy. It seems like that might actually happen, and that's insane. Honestly, it's actually insane. I did not think at the slightest that would actually be a possibility, but it seems like it is. Face off here now won by Vegas. They'll try and take it out of the zone. It's kept in, though, by the Wild. Finally, they get it out, and they'll have to regroup. 3 minutes to go here in this second period. It's still 2-1. Pass down the other way. Intercepted now by the Wild. Kaprizov through the neutral zone. Dumped down low, and an icing now again against Minnesota. I picked Vegas to win the Stanley Cup, so I'm not too sure how happy I would be about it. But, to be honest, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. Seeing how Minnesota's been the last couple of seasons, just not being able to get over the hump, not being able to get into the second round, it'd be kind of cool to see them finally go on a run here this year. Especially in a time where, everything looks so bright for them. That's the coolest part. Down low in the zone, Middleton battling. Puck comes free up to the point. Hannafin to Pietrangelo. Back to Hannafin. A shot. And deflected wide into the corner. Carlson tries sending it in front to Eichel. Eichel battling here with Boldy. Eichel sends it up to the point. Pietrangelo shoots it. And puck goes to the right side. Down low, Middleton trying to get to it. Kaprizov battling forward here as well. Sent through the neutral zone. Back up to the point. Pietrangelo drops it back for Eichel on the right side. Eichel tries throwing it in front. And it's blocked by a Wild. He'll get it back, though, on the left side. 2 minutes to go. Puck in front. And Smith can't tuck it in. Pietrangelo to Hannafin. To Eichel. Trying to move it around. Still looking for his first point. Puck in front. Shot saved by Gustafsson on Dorofeev. Pietrangelo up in the zone. Sent back down low. That would be crazy if Minnesota Blues in round 3. I'd pay to see that. Eichel now behind the net. Jack Eichel looking for an option here. Feeds it up down to Kolasar on the right side. Kolasar takes it back behind the net to Pietrangelo. Slides it in front and back up to the point. A shot there, saved by Gustafsson. Approaching the final minute of play here in the second period, and we get a whistle for a hand pass with 65 seconds left. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, face-off coming here now. Won by the Knights. Wah clears it into the zone. It goes out of play with exactly 1 minute to go. Get fired up? Hell yeah. Face-off coming here now once again outside of the Minnesota zone. By the way, we got 2 more streams tonight. We got Toronto and Ottawa at 7, and then Dallas and Colorado at 9:30. So we got plenty of hockey here coming up for the channel. Puck gets dumped in there on Minnesota. It's gloved up by Gustafsson. Face-off coming here now inside the Minnesota end. Gaudreau wins it back. Cleared out of the zone by the Knights. They'll pick it up in their own zone. It's McNabb. 40 seconds left. Down low. What a hit down low by Foligno. And Vegas will break it out the other way. Trying to get it into the zone. Wah will send it back for Theodore. 30 seconds left. White Cloud clearing it into the zone. Intercepted there by the Wild. Picked up again by Vegas. On the right side. Down low. Brodin battling with Theodore there. Who's joined the rush a couple of times tonight. Stone at the point. 20 seconds left. Down low. Theodore in front. Save. Rebound directed wide of the net. Battling now in the corner here. 10 seconds left. Still lodged there in deep. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. And that'll do it for the second period. A goal from Marcus Foligno late. Makes it 2-1 Minnesota. Heading into the third period and coming up, possibly the biggest period of the season for the Vegas Golden Knights. That being said, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you gotta do. And we'll be back for the start of the third period very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to go run to the bathroom real quick. But yeah, thank you all so much. We'll be back on here in a little bit. All right, I returned. The moose is loose. How/where did I make these scoreboards? So I make these on. Okay, so my one friend actually made the one that I use, and he gave me like the template that I can use. And basically, I take the template, I put it into Photoshop, and then I edit the scoreboard that way. But I make it so like I'm able to change the things here on OBS. So like I can make it like 330 to 1 or whatever. I can change like the sub count. I can make it like 6,000 or something like that. Just like it's something that is convenient for me, and I think the overall graphic itself looks pretty good. I can't change this part up here, but yeah, I make it on Photoshop. But my friend actually made it for me. Shout out Ryland, great guy, great editor. He's done a lot of good stuff for me. But 2-1 in favor of Minnesota. Heading into the third period, we got a lot of people in here. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. It's pretty cool. I don't usually get streams that are like this good. So it's awesome to see that people are tuning in and supporting. So I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Props to your friend. Thanks. Well, I guess I shouldn't be saying thanks. I'm sure he would appreciate that. He does like these graphics for like Roblox leagues. Like it's just interesting. Heck yeah. Am I streaming tomorrow for the Blues Jets? I would love to, but tomorrow is my off day. I have work. I think I'm doing game 5 of that series. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing game 5 of that. So I won't be doing game 4 tomorrow, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to, but game 5, which could be the series deciding game, depending on if the Jets win game 4 or not, I'll be live for that, I'm sure. But tomorrow is my off day. We got work, and then we have a podcast tomorrow as well. So yeah, just kind of a busy day next week or so. Got about 10 minutes till the start of the third period. It'll be a very pivotal period, that's for sure. No matter who wins, to be honest. just messed that up. Great. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Sorry, just counting stuff here real quick. No commentary clips from that period. I guess the Foligno goal, but I didn't like my call that much on it. Like, the stream was glitching like crazy. Has the Maple Leafs parade started yet? Not yet, but you know it's coming if they win tonight. I mean, to be honest, it really does kind of seem like it has. Just with the way those fans act. It sure does seem like it has. How about the Wild parade? Hey, bruh. Well, they gotta go on a run here first. They gotta win. Focus on winning this game, and then we'll talk. But I don't know. Like, they just look so good. I mean, I think Vegas is playing better in this game, but against them the other night and in game 2, they just looked a whole level above them. So I mean, like, I really don't know. There's still a whole third period to be played. Vegas can still tie this up and force extra time, but I don't know. Like, this has been a pretty phenomenal period from them. And even if they don't do good, you got to look at the bright side too. I agree. Hope it happens for the Wild. For sure. 100%. Did they win? Not yet. There's still another period left to be played. All right. Got about 5 minutes, right? Yeah, about 5 minutes till the start of the third period. All right. Jesus, these TNT guys. All right. Second period recap. Goals came from just Marcus Foligno in that period. There wasn't any other goals. They was the only one. There were a couple of power plays for both sides, but nothing too serious. Just back and forth action, some saves by the goaltending, but a big period coming up here next for the Golden Knights. If they don't tie this up, they're down 3-1 in the series, and I don't like their chances with that. You do obviously need to see it through, but I don't like their chances on that if that does end up happening. So I guess we'll have to see. There's still plenty of time left in the game, but who knows? Thank you all for tuning in, though. I appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing. We have a great community of people here on the channel that is still growing. And, yeah, we do these streams every single week. We do them a lot during the playoffs as well. So I appreciate everybody who has tuned in. All right. Let's get ready for the start of the third here in about 2 minutes or so. Let me make sure my shots are right. (14-23). Move this over here. Okay. All right, we're almost ready to get things going here. My clock is going to be a tad bit off by like 20 seconds. But that's okay. Okay. All right. Let me kick this up here real quick. Change this. Oh, wrong thing. Ba-doom. Scripts. Change that to... Ba-boom. And third period from Minnesota. Ready to get underway here now. Again, as I said, second period recap. Goals came from just Marcus Foligno to put Minnesota ahead 2-1 here, heading into a very pivotal third period for both teams. Let's see what happens here now. By the way, we are doing 2 other streams tonight. This is not our last one of the day. We have Sens and Leafs coming up at the end of this one, and then Dallas versus Colorado as well. However, if this game goes to overtime, we will commentate this game until it is over. Live from XL Energy Center in Minnesota, Golden Knights versus Wild, Game 4, Period 3. Eriksson Ek versus Eichel, and we are underway. Face-off won by Kaprizov, taken back then by the Wild. Played on the right side, Brodin dumps it down low into the zone, and an icing early against the Wild. And they'll regroup in their own end. Vegas here still looking for the game-tying goal, possibly the series-tying goal as well. That looks like Phil Kessel behind the Golden Knights bench if anybody's watching the game right now. Face-off in the Wild zone. Won by Minnesota. Brock Faber will take it out of the zone, down the other way. Feeds it over to Boldy. Boldy shoots it, saved by Hill. Played around on the right side, down low. Kaprizov deflects off the boards. A shot, and denied in front. Back on the right side, battling forward here now is Shea Theodore. Theodore sends a pass up then for Carlson on the right side. Puck is cleared back into the Minnesota end. The Vegas end down low. Minnesota 0-4 in Game 4s when holding a 2-1 series lead. So I do want to say that to keep that in mind, that really does matter. Knights are into the zone. Eichel, down low, Hurdle being tied up in the corner. Throws it up to the point. Pietrangelo, a shot saved by Gustafsson. And puck is cleared out to center ice. Keegan Colasar now will regroup. Colasar will move it through the zone. Drops it back. Riley Smith to Hannafin. Colasar to Hurdle. Hurdle feeds it up to the point. A shot! And blocked in front there and stolen back then by Minnesota on the right side. Colasar battling forward here now. Puck slides all the way out. Regrouping is Pietrangelo, who gives it back and over for Hurdle. Pietrangelo to Howden. Howden into the zone. Looks. Throws it in front. And I think it went into Mark Stone, and he's down on the ground. And they blew it down as I think Mark Stone took a puck to the face. Oh, and he's bleeding all around, all on the right side of his face. Oh, good Lord, it's all over his jersey, too. Oh, man, just to the left of his eye, Mark Stone with blood all over his face. Oh, that's ugly. And a double minor coming up here now against Minnesota. And it's going to be reviewed, but I doubt it's going to be coming back because I thought a puck went into his face because the pass was in front. But no, it was a slash from Zeev Boyum right into the head of Mark Stone. And the refs are going to review it and take a look, but I think this one it's going to be pretty clear what it is. And there was blood all over his face. Ooh, that's a true warrior right there. All right, confirmed. Yeah, that wasn't even really... You didn't even really need to do that. You just have to look if it really was a stick, but it pretty clearly was. And Vegas will go to the power play here on a double minor. And I wonder if Mark Stone's going to go out there and score the game-tying goal after that. I wonder. That'd actually be aura. Oh, he'll be he'll be back for the playoffs. He's going back to the room. He's probably getting stitches on that for sure. He will definitely be back for playoffs, that's for sure. So Zeev Boyum, double minor penalty as a young kid, will go to the box. Vegas power play for 4 minutes. This might be the most pivotal power play of Vegas' season. Theodore to Eichel on the right side. Eichel to Theodore. At the point, back to Eichel again. Eichel sends it down low. Pietrangelo up to the point. Eichel a shot! And it goes wide. Picked up then by Minnesota. They'll clear it all the way down the other way. Aiden Hill will go out of his net to play that puck. Theodore picks it up. They'll move it the other way. Into the zone on the right side. Deflected, intercepted there by Minnesota. They try to send Gaudreau shorthanded, but he couldn't get to that in time. Theodore moving it through center ice. It's dropped back then for Eichel. Eichel through the zone will take it in. Back then for Waugh. Intercepted and dumped down the other way by the Wild. And some loud cheers here from the crowd. Theodore through the zone to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo gets it down low. It's stolen back then by Minnesota. Cleared again. What a kill here so far by Minnesota. We're almost halfway through the 4-minute. Hannafin skating it now down the other way to Carlson. Carlson will back it into the zone to Pietrangelo on the right side. Will send it back down low. A whistle as I think the puck went out of play. Or it was offsides. One of the two. I'm pretty sure it was offsides. But what a kill here so far from Minnesota. They are not giving Vegas much of anything. As soon as they get into the zone, Vegas is like, up! Or Minnesota's like, up! Dumps it right out. So I like how Minnesota's playing from that perspective. They're doing a very good PK. So face-off coming here now outside of the Minnesota zone. Barbashev versus Eriksson Ek. It's won by Minnesota. At the point, Middleton dumps it all the way down. Since Game 2, Vegas is 1 for 7 on the power play. Into the zone, Barbashev dumps it down low to Carlson. Behind the net, Middleton battling forward with him down low there as well. Picked up by Faber. Faber will clear it down the other way once again with 2:10 left here in this double minor power play. Vegas, I think, still without a shot throughout this whole entire sequence. Eichel taking it now into the zone. Dekes it back. It's offsides. Oh, my goodness. Pietrangelo then back to Eichel. Eichel through the zone. Down here on the right side. Picked up then by Minnesota. Cleared again. Oh, my goodness. Down with the puck now. Around in the neutral zone. Theodore through the right side. Takes it in. A backhand and blocked in front by the Wild. That was nearly a goal, but nope. And Minnesota clears again. Yeah, I know, 100 people. That's never happened before. Thank you guys so much. This is unbelievable what's happening right now. Down low in the zone, Hurdle in the corner. Sends it up to the point to Eichel. Back then for Theodore. Dorofeev, a shot, save, rebound! What a save by Gustafsson! Puck in front, they score! Nick Waugh! We're tied at 2! With 15:10 left! Off of the double minor from Zeev Boyum, Nick Waugh ties the game for Vegas. What a save in front from Gustafsson initially. They tried to clear, they fanned on it. Waugh picks it up and then dumps it down into the zone and past Gustafsson. And we're tied up at 2. Oh my goodness. That's Nick Waugh's 9th career postseason goal. And we're tied at 2 here with 15 minutes left in the third period. Bogosian will dump it down low into the zone. It was past the 2-minute mark, so that's it for the power play. Thrown back down low. Hannafin shoots it around. It goes out of the boards. Tool on the other way for Vegas. Here they come into the zone. A shot. What a save by Gustafsson. From Brett Howden. He makes the stop there. Good Lord. Shots are 27-16. Some pushing and shoving there in front as well. Oh, my Lord. All right. 14:47 left. Here in the third period. Second best power play finally scores. Yeah, thank God, finally. Face-off. Won by the Knights. Down low now, battling in the corner. Kolasar tied up by Rossi. On the right side, it's sent back down low. Brodin. Pass up then. Here comes Trennan. Trennan with Pietrangelo. Tries sending it up in front. Stolen back then by the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo shoots it. Blocked in front. Thrown back down low. Behind the net, Brock Faber. Shoots it around then for Rossi as Minnesota tries to get the puck out of their own zone. You leave Vegas pressuring enough as it is. They'll get one. An offside play there. Brazo nearly had a 1-on-0 breakaway. It was offsides. Oh, man, that would have been insane if that got through. And I don't know. It might have actually been onside. Faber feeds the puck. Yeah, it's offsides. What are we doing? What are we doing? .14:07 left here in the third period. Shots are 27-16. We're tied here at 2. Hartman versus Wah. Who has the game-tying goal here tonight? I'm not going to say it. Don't any of you say it. Face-off, won by the Knights. Whitecloud at the point, shoots it, blocked by Foligno. Haga shot, and another save by Gustafsson. .14:01 left here in the third period. Showing off Eriksson Ek. Off against Jack Eichel. They talked about Fleury there too as well in his final ride as a Minnesota goaltender. Picked up here by Eriksson Ek. Slid up then for Boldy. Matt Boldy will backhand it down low into the zone. Behind the net now, Hill plays it over. Mark Stone is back on the bench. After taking that high stick to the face and a lot of blood, he's back out there, not even 5 minutes later in game time? Some crazy work there from the Vegas captain. Carlson will drop it back then for McNabb as Vegas regroups. Over to Theodore. Theodore slides a pass up. Here's Saad. Over then for Eichel as it's blocked down low. Eichel now behind the net. Will throw it up to the point. A shot! And save in front by Gustin that even got on net. Carlson tries throwing it in front. Stolen back then by Minnesota. Goes back down low behind their own net. Middleton to Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Boldy. Boldy holds it, sends it back down low behind the net. Kaprizov battling for it, throws it up. Faber shoots it. Brodin in front, save by Hill. Down low in the corner, Eriksson Ek trying to throw it in front to Boldy. Picked up on the right side, Stone with the puck to Howden. Battling on the right side. A shot from Stone. Saved by Gustafsson. Hurdle. Down low. Tries passing it in front to Stone. Cleared all the way down the other way. Vegas will hold with 12:10 left in the third period. Whitecloud. Up and over then for Hurdle, who drops it back. Hurdle takes it behind the net to the point to Stone. Mark Stone. Down low then Whitecloud shoots it. Blocked then by Hartman. Hartman gets it up then to Foligno. Foligno banks it off the boards. On the right side, Zuccarello hit off then by Haig. As both teams battle back and forth. Through the zone now on the right side. It's taken back then by Barbashev. Hartman. Back down low for Boyum behind the net. Steve Boyum battling here on the right side with Waugh. It's played out in front. Stolen back then by the Wild. Bogosian will just backhand it into the zone. As both teams are seemingly starting to get conservative here now. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Bogosian will shoot it all the way into the neutral zone. Stolen back then by Saad. Saad will dump it down low. Battling on the right side. Picked up then by Minnesota. Nyquist. Over down low. Hinostroza battling forward here as well. It's picked up then by Vegas. Sent up then for Waugh. Waugh passes it up to Saad. Into the zone now. Kolasar broken up on the right side and cleared to the neutral zone. Minnesota gets it. It's Hartman who will just backhand it down low. About halfway through this third period, it's still 2-2 apiece. Shots are 30-17 in favor of the Golden Knights. Not a whole lot of opportunities in terms of shots or anything as in these last couple of minutes. Pietrangelo feeds it over then for Carlson, who backhands it into the zone. It's picked up by the Wild, who regroup. Brodin to Boldy. Boldy will chip it down and into the Vegas end. Down low, Pietrangelo. Back then for Nyquist on the right side. Picked up by Eichel. Jack Eichel through the zone. Drops it back. Carlson. Slap shot. Saved by Gustafsson. And with 10:06 left here in the third period, some pushing and shoving. Some pushing and shoving back and forth. Plenty of chances on both ends. And Nicholas Waugh puts Vegas back on the same level as the Wild. We're tied at 2 in the third period. What was the consequences for the guy who gave our guy stitches? It was a double minor penalty. And then that was the penalty that you guys scored on. So it ended up being like a blessing in disguise. But Mark Stone is back. So at least like he's not out for the game. He is back on the bench. And I think again, like it's a playoff game. That guy ain't gonna get off. That's for damn sure, unless if it's something really bad. So he just went to the bench real quick, or went to the locker room to get stitches, and he's back now. I don't know. Still got about 10 minutes left. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to jinx it. All right. Back here in XL Energy Center. Come on, Wild. Praying for the Wild to hit Vegas so hard they hear Viking horns from Valhalla. Oh, my God. Gus Bus. Oh, yeah. He looks really good tonight. Both goalies look pretty solid. Yeah, this is a must-win game for Vegas in order to tie up the series. If they don't get that here, then I don't know. Face-off coming here now inside of the Minnesota zone at the point. Stone. Little wrestling match in front of the net. It goes off of him and in! What just happened? Tomas Hertl! Off of his foot. And it goes in. It's 3-2 Vegas. What just happened? Oh my God. Show me this replay right now. What just happened? So there was a battle in front. So Hertl is battling with Hartman. He takes him down. Stone shoots the puck. It goes off of Hertl and into the net. Holy crap. Good Lord. That's really the game that's really the goal that makes this 3-2? Are you kidding me right now? Oh my God, that might be the worst luck I've ever seen from Minnesota. That's Tomas Hertl's third goal this series. It goes off of his skate and into the net as he's down on the ground. Oh my gosh. Kaprizov now down the other way. Eriksson Ek moves it into the zone. Broken up now on the right side. Kicked out of the zone by Las Vegas. There's about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this third period. Will Minnesota be able to get the game-tying goal? Boldy over to Kaprizov. Kaprizov circles back around. Down low now for Eriksson Ek. I still am blown away. That's insane. Middleton at the point. Middleton waits, fires it. Saved by Hill. Rebound. Wrap around. He scores! Jared Spurgeon! Tie game! That lead didn't even last a minute. Jared Spurgeon, we're tied again. Holy crap, absolute cinema. Oh my God. I just had the craziest voice crack ever. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's playoff hockey right there. Middleton with the feed around. Spurgeon joins the rush. Tucks that one in past Hill. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Oh, that's the greatest moment of the playoffs we've seen. Oh my God. My voice crack too was actually insane. He scores! Jared Spurgeon, tie game with 9:03 left here in the third period. And Vegas is calling a timeout. Is this going to get called back? Please tell me. Please don't do this to me. Do not do this to me. No. No, this was incredible. Please don't do this to me. Don't call it back. Please, Vegas, I beg. Don't ruin this for me. That was incredible. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. All right, yeah, they called a timeout to look at it. Are they going to challenge this? I don't know. This might be one that gets called. We've seen a couple of ones that are like this. I don't know. All right, let me take a look at this again. Let me grab my charger because my phone's about to die. All right. Ooh. Oh, no. I think Theodore pushes them into it. I don't think this is going to count. I think this is going to count. Yeah, no call. We're going to keep on going. Vegas dumps it into the zone. We're tied at 3 with 8:37 left to go in the third period. Puck down low behind the net at the point. Pietrangelo shoots it above and down low. Minnesota trying to clear it out. On the right side, trying to throw it through the zone. Picked up then by Smith. Riley Smith. A pass up to the point. Another shot saved by Gustafson in front. Kept up to the right side. Pietrangelo. Back down low for Smith. Smith. Waits. Intercepted. Here come the Wild. Jakob Trenin on the breakaway. He's in. Saved by Hill. Rebound is loose in front. Brazeau throws it around. And Hill makes the save. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my God. All right, we're in commercial break. We got 133 people in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We got a electric finish here coming up when this is all said and done. Puck don't lie. Hell yeah. Vegas played like a pack of discount magicians pulling dirty tricks. Oh my God. Definitely onto something there, Chris, for sure. And I don't know if you think I'm a Vegas fan. I'm not. Laughing Nevada, Minnesota South, Vegas sucks, go wild. Hell yeah. I can't lie to you, you can't help but root for Minnesota in this. What's up, Justin? How we doing? How we doing, Justin? How's the game been? It's been actually insane. This has been one of the craziest games I've streamed all year. Just because of the atmosphere in the chat, the atmosphere in this game, how this game has gone so far. Oh my God. Face off. Won by the Wild at the point of shot. Saved by Hill. Down low. Hartman throws it in front. Intercepted now in the corner. On the right side, Faber. Down low to Foligno. Gets tied up then. Hurdle. Puck on the right side. Hurdle. Throws it back down low and cleared down the other way. Less than 8 minutes left here in the third period and regulation. Hurdle to Wah. Wah will throw it back down low behind the net. In front! And Howden can't finish. Here comes Minnesota. Matt Zuccarello down the other way. Gets knocked down. Is that a call? No, it's not. Eichel taking it through the zone. Eichel shoots it. And it goes up and out of play. Good. Just making sure, Chris. Because you were like, I thought you were talking to me. We bleed green and red in Minnesota. Hell yeah, I love to hear that. Big chillin', think I'm getting sick. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Justin. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I haven't talked to you that much recently. We thinking Minnesota takes the win? I think so. I just think with the way this game is going right now. That would have been insane if Trenton scored that. Shots are 31-21. Vegas without a shot here for a couple of minutes. Minnesota has the momentum. Yes, 100%. At the point, Theodore. Down in the zone on the right side. Carlson in front. Dorothea poke checked away by Boldy. Behind the net, Eichel. Eichel wait, throws it in front. He misses the shot. And it goes down the other way. Hill. Over for Theodore. Even if the Wild win, the Kings will destroy them. If the Kings make it, and I think that happens, that'd be a fun series, I can't lie. It sounds like it's boring from the outset, but that'd be a fun series. Minnesota and LA. McNabb for Theodore. Theodore gains the blue line, gets it into the zone. Wah intercepted and kept in though by the Knights. Wah throws it down low behind the net. Barbashev going forward here now. It slides up in front. Kaprizov sends it past through the neutral zone. Cleared into the zone. Boldy now down low. Pietrangelo with it. Barbashev now to Waugh. Down low in the zone. In the corner. Up to the point. Pietrangelo to the right side. A shot! And it goes up in the air and down to the corner. Barbashev battling on the right side. Throws it down behind the net. Picked up by Bogosian. Down to 6 minutes here left in regulation. Nyquist battling here on the right side with Hinostroza at the Minnesota goal line. Puck goes back and into the Wild end. Boyum with the puck now. For Hinostroza. Hinostroza moves it into the zone. He's got some room. Shoots it. Saved by Hill. Through the zone now, Hurdle. Hurdle tries passing it down low. Backhanded out of the way then by the Wild. I agree. Kings will beat the Oilers, I think. Stone clears it into the zone. Down low. Spurgeon tries firing it around on the right side. Rossi trying to backhand it out. 5 minutes left here in the third period. Vegas will go for a change. Played up then for Trennan. Trennan will drop it back. A shot from the point. Save in front by Hill, if that even got on him. I don't know. The camera was moving so fast. Carlson. Through and through down the right side. He'll take it behind the net. Battling here now down low. Trying to throw it up to the front. Taken back then by Boldy, who clears it down the other way. And just wide of the Vegas net, will be icing against the Wild. Giving them bad karma. I don't really, no, not really, Joker. I don't make a ton of money off of them. I mainly just do it for the commentary, to be honest. And it's cool, like, I keep track of the stats when I commentate. Like, I have a whole spreadsheet that I keep track of the views, the viewer count, the subscribers I gain per stream, the individual stats of players who score while I'm streaming. It's just something that I like to do for fun. But I I make some money off of it because I have the streams monetized, but I only make them off of, like, donations most of the time. That's where I make the most money on here. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. At least not to me. Vegas regrouping now in their own zone. Theodore with 4 minutes left in the third period. We're 4 minutes away from that special word. A backhand here into the Minnesota zone. Faber now down low. Picking it up now to Eriksson Ek. Stolen back then by the Knights. Cleared down low. Save. Rebound. What a save by Gustafsson. With the right pad. Robs Pavel Dorofeev. Highway robbery. Oh my goodness. What a stop. Holy crap. All right, we'll go to commercial one last time before we finish off the third period here and possibly go longer. Who the hell knows at this point? Oh my Lord. Remember when people joked that I died? I don't even want to talk about it. Bro. Bro. That was an insane time to be alive on this planet. Yeah, that was insane. I even fed into it. I was joking around with it. Just really strange stuff. But it was funny though. Who does Minnesota have in net? Philip Gustafsson. My God, we have 2 more streams after this. Whew. Just kind of collecting my thoughts here real quick. Gus the Bus. Yes, he is in net for Minnesota. Okay. All right. Game 4. We're tied at 3 apiece. With less than 4 minutes to go in the third period. Who's taking it? This atmosphere is crazy in Minnesota. Face off. Won by Minnesota. Picked up. Trennan. Down the right side. Zuccarello dumps it in. Down low. Foligno. Can't control the pass. Wah. Takes it behind the net. Throws it around then up the zone for Hannafin. These Wild fans are on their feet here for the last 3:30. Shot from Wah goes up in the air. His stick shatters completely. He'll send a pass up intercepted there by Smith, who will just get it back and regroup for a line change. Pietrangelo shoots that one back down low. Behind the net, Jacob Middleton. Slowed in front, intercepted, and taken back by the wall before it gets bad. Spurgeon through the zone. A pass up then for Hartman. Hartman in front, and they can't finish it. Foligno slides that one all the way around to the point. Brodin. Down low to Gaudreau. Back to Brodin. Brodin a shot, and it goes wide as the net comes off and they'll blow the whistle. Yeah, that net definitely came off. that was far from off. Less than 3 minutes to go. Shots are 35-23 in favor of the Golden Knights. As time continues to wind down. Slowly but surely. Face off now, Gaudreau versus Hurdle. It's won by the Golden Knights. Howden slides it back. Hurdle through the zone. Back for Stone. Battling here on the right side. Cleared out by the Wild. They'll look for options. Sent through. And they'll battle for it here in the corner. Or sorry, literally at center ice. Gaudreau on the ground as the puck is still tied up. Nyquist will pick it up and dump it into the Vegas end. Down low, it's McNabb. Waiting here with the puck. Whitecloud, as they get a line change off. Sends a pass through the neutral zone. Down low now, Eichel. Battling here on the right side. Carlson trying to throw it back now behind the net. Brodin. Fighting forward as well now. Brodin trying to clear it up. 100 seconds left in regulation. Carlson sent in front. Eichel a shot blocked. And cleared all the way down the other way. Loud cheers here from Minnesota. 1:30 and counting down. Puck is chipped and into the Minnesota end. Down low, Spurgeon will just take it and feed a pass up. Here they come. Kaprizov. Stolen back then by Pietrangelo. Back then for Wah, who dumps it down low. Spurgeon behind the net then. For Middleton. Cleared all the way down the other way. Racing forward to Zuccarello. He goes off sides. And they'll blow that whistle dead for a hand pass. 1:02. We got 2 more live streams coming up, but who knows? This one might not even be done before I get to the next one. We got Toronto versus Ottawa, Game 4. Barring this game, we might not even be able to stream that one. Who knows? Face-off coming up here now outside of the Vegas end. Hartman versus Barbashev. And they blow that one dead. Or no, they don't. I thought they did. Faber dumps it down low in the zone. Final minute of play here in regulation. Hannafin down low. Vegas will clear it out of their own end. It's dumped back in, though, by the Knights. They'll take it back here and regroup. 40 seconds on the clock. Hannafin throws a pass up down low. Minnesota fans are on their feet here and chanting. On the right side, 30 seconds to go. Here they come. Hartman down the right side, gets tied up by Pietrangelo, loses the puck. And Vegas will pick it up. 20 seconds left. Stone through the zone, dumps it down low. Faber backhands it around. Up then Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov down the other way. 10 seconds left. Kaprizov behind the net. Waits. 5 seconds. Intercepted. Vegas making one last push. Dorofeev a shot at the buzzer. And we're going to overtime. 60 minutes was not enough. And for the first time in the Watch With Nordic live streams this season, we are going to overtime. Okay. So let me set up the intermission time clock. It is the third intermission. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. But we are absolutely hype to no end here. And we'll head to the overtime frame with 178 people in the chat. You guys are absolutely incredible. I have never had this many people in the chat. You guys have beaten me. You guys have basically beaten my record out by like 100. That is fucking insane. All right. Intermission time here. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the overtime frame here in a little bit. That was an absolutely electric third period. Good Lord. Oh boy. I don't see the reason why people hate Vegas. Killing Nabrowski. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. People really don't like Vegas just because of the LTIR stuff and because they win too much. That's the biggest thing, because they're winners, and people hate winners. I mean, like, why do you think there's so many people in the chat? Well, probably because they're Wild fans. Why do you think there's so many people in the chat rooting for Minnesota? Because they haven't really won that much, and they're like the underdogs in this series, more or less. So, I mean, again, there's a lot on the line in this overtime. If Minnesota wins, they go up 3-1 in the series. If Vegas wins, they tie the series up. So really, this could go any direction. But since this game is going to overtime, we will be following Maple Leafs and Senators closely throughout this stretch. I don't think we'll be able to like commentate it that much unless we get into the intermission of the second overtime frame. But we'll be following that exclusively here momentarily. But yeah, about 60 minutes here, and we'll get started with the first overtime frame. Minnesota has not won a playoff series since 2015. You are correct. So it's been basically 10 years. I feel like it's been longer. Who did they beat in 2015 to go into the second round? I don't even know, to be honest. Anywho, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back, guys. All right, I have returned, folks. They beat St. Louis in round 1 and lost to Chicago in round 2. Yes. All right. That being said, we haven't done this in a while because we haven't had an overtime in a while in these streams. It's been, let me go look at the stats. It's been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is our first time in 16 games streamed on this channel where we've had a overtime frame. So drop your overtime predictions in the chat. You can drop 2 players who you think is going to win it. For Minnesota, I'm going with off the board pick Jakob Trenin. With Vegas, I'm going with who should I go with on Vegas? Dorofeev. The overtime frame begins in about 13 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I might be a little bit off. I am. I'm off by like 3 minutes. Winnipeg Jets going to sweep. Maybe. Attack helicopter. I haven't heard that name in forever. Kirill Kaprizov. All right. Kick me out of the stream. Howdy, bro. What are you streaming from? YouTube. I'm streaming the game from TBS. Streaming from here on OBS, like the overall stream. My day's going wonderful. Thank you for asking, though. My day is incredible right now, actually. Minnesota, Marcus Foligno. Vegas, Noah Hannafin, 1T. Vegas, Eichel, Boldy, Wild. I love that. Overtime begins in about 10 minutes. Boldy, Stone. Love that. That's what the clock is. This is what the clock is for the overtime. Oh, boy. Oh, what state am I? Sorry, Jay. I'm from Pennsylvania. Sorry, Jay. Pennsylvania. Injuries to key players, including forwards, Kirk Raisins, 100%. But Minnesota, with these guys back, it seems like they're back to being just red hot. All right, I'm going to change the title of the stream here. First-time listener, thanks for your efforts. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel and the streams. That's the best part about the playoffs in these streams. You get to meet new people all the time. And that's the best part. That's why you do it. Popular Chell creator said that the Reading Royals suck in his newest video. Thoughts? Who's Perelzi? I don't even know who that is. Okay, I gotta ask, who is he a fan of? Let's go figure this out. The wildest custom jerseys video? I wonder who he's a fan of, bro. That's what I'm curious about. I wonder who he's a fan of. But it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, yeah, that's the team that I work for and that's the team that I cover, but you know, we have people who say we suck all the time to me. I'm like, okay. We made the playoffs. Like, I mean, that we're definitely not terrible. He likes Pittsburgh and you're a Philly. Of course. Of course. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. Of course he is. I was going to say, because if he's a fan of the team that we just knocked out from the playoffs before we got swept, then I would have been like, all right. Water participated in 21 playoff overtime games, including 10 wins and 11 losses. Each of their 10 overtime playoff games have been scored by different players. Interesting. When's the last time they played in overtime? Minnesota, that is. All right, I do want to say... we will be pushing back this stream to when the game is over. Normally, I would cancel this one, but because we have a game after that one, I won't be. So as soon as we're done with this game and this commentary, we'll jump right into this one. (2023) Game 1, Ryan Hartman OT winner. Okay. All right. All right, I'm changing the clock real quick. It's a little bit off. All right, 3 minutes to go until the start of the overtime frame. The first overtime frame, that is. Thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. This has been my best stream all year. If you are new to the chat, please do consider subscribing or just watch the rest of the broadcast and see if you like it. I would appreciate it, guys. I would end this stream. That's typically what I do. I know to keep all the viewers near, it'd be a good idea to do that, but I like to start fresh because of the stats that I keep track of. So yeah, I'll probably start a new live stream. But if this one does go far enough, into the overtime, I might not even be able to stream that game. I low-key want Minnesota. I know there's Vegas fans in here, but like Minnesota's the great story. I don't have a dog in this fight. My team's not in the playoffs, so I really don't care, but I wouldn't mind seeing Minnesota take the win here. Nordic record stream. Yeah, this is a record-breaking stream for me. At least for this season. It's not my most viewed stream ever, but since I've started doing the like Watch With Nordic branded streams, this is my most watched one. So, some cool stuff. My most watched one's from like 2022 when the Pittsburgh Rangers game went to 3 overtimes. I was live for like 5 hours. 2024-25 overtime situations, achieving a record of 12 wins, 7 losses, 19 overtime games, Minnesota Wild. Okay. Let's go Wild hockey. Booyah. I don't think we did this, so I'm going to do it now. Watch With Nordic stream records through these two teams. The Wild, we have streamed 5 times. We are 2-2. That can't be right. I think we're 3-2. In Vegas games we have streamed them 5 times. We are 3-2. Proud of the hard work you're putting in. Yeah, man, we've come a long way from the middle school days back in 2020. All right, overtime here from XL Energy Center. Win. All right. Overtime frame coming on now. Second period recap. Goals from Nicholas Waugh, Tomas Hertl, and Jared Spurgeon. Erickson, Ecker, Pietrangelo. Oh, yeah. If Minnesota wins, they go up 3-1 in the series. If Vegas wins, they tie the series. There have been 7 players who have scored overtime winners for the Vegas Golden Knights. Only 3 who have scored overtime winners for the Minnesota Wild. The 4th frame. Overtime has begun. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Shea Theodore with the puck to Eichel, who breaks it into the zone. Eichel shoots it. Save goes wide. Down low. Nyquist throws it back then for Brock Faber. Faber sends a pass up to the neutral zone. Dumped into the zone. McNabb to Theodore. It's cleared into center ice. Spurgeon for Middleton. Back to Spurgeon. Through the neutral zone. Down low now. McNabb with the puck. And Vegas clears it back into the Minnesota end. And icing here against the Golden Knights. How in the world was the third goal for Vegas good? It was a 1,000% penalty for Vegas. And what was penalty Zuka not called? I'm not sure. I mean, it's debatable, to be honest. I think the refs have been missing a lot for this game. They've actually been calling a lot in favor of Vegas. Not to say that, I think the refs are biased, but there's been more Vegas penalties than Minnesota penalties, and I do think there have been a couple of plays. I mean, some of them were deserved on Minnesota's end, but there were a couple of plays that I'm like, I don't know. Face off. Won by the Wild. Kaprizov on the right side. Stolen back by the Knights. Brandon Saad coming the other way. It's poke checked. Battling now down low in the corner. Spurgeon back through center ice. Zuccarello down the right side. 1 minute through in the overtime frame. Pietrangelo to Hertl. To Hannafin. Hannafin, a slap shot. Saved by Gustafsson. Here come the Wild the other way. Into the zone, Zuccarello. Zuccarello, a pass over, saved by Hill on Hartman. Here comes Vegas now the other way. Stolen back then by Minnesota and cleared back down low. Hill, behind the net to Pietrangelo. On the right side, taken back then by Stone. Stone, through the zone, over Hannafin, fumbles the shot. Brodin, back down low. Picked up now is Rossi. Rossi with a goal tonight. A pass over them for Zuccarello. He can't control it and just throws it back down low. Shots are 36-23 in favor of Vegas. Puck is cleared down low and into the Minnesota zone. Bogosian on the right side. Puck is backhanded down low. Minnesota's got it. Down low. Brazeau. At the point, Middleton sends it back. Brazeau looking for Trennan. That's my boy. Bogosian sends it down low. Up to the point, Bogosian. To Middleton, a shot. Blocked in front, and it comes out of the zone. About 3 minutes through this overtime frame. Bogosian Back down low. A shot, Nyquist. It goes wide. Now down low. White Cloud. Face off that Minnesota. Puck in front. It's blocked. Oh, my goodness. Zuccarello at the point. Left side. Brodin shoots it just wide. Oh, my heart rate is up right now. I don't know why. I don't have a dog in this fight. Battling now on the right side. Foligno fighting with Haig. Foligno drops it back to Nyquist. Behind the net. Up to the point, a shot. And just wide. Down low. White Cloud battling for it. Now fighting in the corner as Haig falls on top of, I think that's Foligno, as the puck is still tied up in the corner. Still back behind the net. Picked up by the Wild. Boldy to the point. Spurgeon in front. Boldy misses the shot. Hill will cover that puck up. I guess you do. Yeah, you do, Austin. Woof! 16-18 here left in this overtime frame. You put $50 on the Wild? Oh, my Lord. We just hit 200 people in the stream. You guys are unbelievable. Whew. All right. 16-18 left in the overtime. $16-18 left here in this overtime frame. Face off in the Vegas zone. Won by the Knights. Theodore down the other way. Stolen back then down low. Faber battling for it on the right side. Kaprizov sends it through. And gets it out of the zone for Vegas. On the right side. Vegas dumps it down low. Thank you. Faber. Through the zone. Middleton tips that puck down low into the Vegas end. McNabb sends it to Eichel. Eichel takes it out of the zone. Down the right side. Moves it in. Back for Minnesota. Into the zone. Boldy comes in. Shoots it. Fans on the puck. Oh my goodness. Spurgeon throws that one around. Dumped into the zone then by Hartman. On the right side. Minnesota gets it. Down low. Marcus Foligno. Foligno battling here with Theodore. Down low. Behind the net is Hurdle. To McNabb. Through the zone. Carlson shoots it down low. Gustafson goes out to play it. Spurgeon. Back up then through the neutral zone. Puck is bounced back and picked up by Spurgeon. To Brodin. Into the zone. Dumped down low. Zuccarello will race forward. It's played around though by the Knights. On the right side, Bogosian keeps it in. Hannafin skates it around to Pietrangelo. Back to Hannafin. Pietrangelo. A pass up into the Wild zone. Saad circles around to the point. Hurdle shoots it. Blocked. And goes out of play. Trying to get a month of free rent? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my heart. I don't even know why I'm so scared. 14:28 remaining in the overtime. Face off. On the right side, Barbashev sends it out of the zone by accident. Picked up then by Haig. Haig, a pass to the neutral zone. Up then for Wah. Wah throws it down low. Rossi tries shooting it around. He does so successfully. Gets it out of the zone. Smith holds it at the blue line. Vegas gets the puck in. Behind the net now, Faber. Puck up at the point. McNabb shoots it in front. Tipped around behind the net. And it's cleared down the other way by Minnesota. Will it be an icing? It will not be, no. McNabb for Theodore. Into the zone. Pearson, a shot. Blocked in front. Picked up by Minnesota. And poke checked up to the Vegas defense. Theodore to Howden. Howden through the zone to Dorofiev. Dumps it. Howden behind the net. He can't finish. McNabb, a shot. And it's blocked. On the right side, pass to the neutral zone. Faber dumps it in. Racing for it, Hinostroza. Hill will shoot it around. Back up then for Pearson. Battling on the right side. Down low. Gustafson behind the net. Bogosian through the neutral zone. It's cleared in. And an icing called here against the Wild. I am scared. Oh, man. I don't know why my heart is pounding so hard. This is pretty wild. I agree. Face off. Kicked out of the zone then by Minnesota. Eichel comes in, regroups. In the Vegas end. Eichel with the puck, clears it all the way down the other way. Will that be an icing? Yes, it will. Face-off will come back by Aiden Hill in the Vegas zone. We all know you want a Wild W. Oh, we're thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, that's for sure. 12:27 left in the overtime frame. Shots are 36-26. It's just kind of been back and forth action. Face off. Won by Minnesota. Boldy throws it in front. And Kaprizov can't finish it as it goes out of play. Me too. I don't want to have to put too much rent on Toronto. On Toronto? Come on, Wild. We'll see if they can get it done. To the point, Spurgeon. Slap shot! And blocked in front. Back at the point, Kaprizov. Blocked then by Vegas, kept in the zone. It slides out. Here comes Smith. 3-on-2 for the Knights. Wah to Barbashev! Goes wide of the net. Oh my goodness. Battling now behind the net. Here come the Wild. To Boldy. Boldy, spinorama. He's got room. Circles around in front. Eriksson Ek! Saved by Hill! Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. He was open, wide open in front. Okay. Cleveland in the house. God bless. Cleveland's in the house? And there's a penalty against Vegas. Oh my goodness. I didn't even hear that. Minnesota power play coming up in overtime. 11:51 left in the overtime frame. I know, 262 viewers. It's fucking unreal. And they're chatting things over here to see what they want to do. Again, if Minnesota wins this game, they go up 3-1 in the season series. Shots are 37 to 27. Maple Leafs versus Sens is getting underway now, by the way, folks. Wild power play coming up. Face-off. Won by the Knights. Down low, Pietrangelo tries clearing out of the zone on the right side. Down low, Eriksson Ek to the point. Spurgeon to Boldy! And it goes above the net. And Eichel clears that one out of the zone. And it's a race for it. Mark Stone trying to get to it. Gustafsson plays it out of his net. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. He came all the way out to play that puck. Spurgeon through the zone. Kaprizov. Down the right side. Kaprizov behind the net. Stolen back then by Vegas. Pietrangelo will dump it all the way down the other way. Minnesota seems to be playing it safe here a little bit, having a guy back. Spurgeon through the zone. Breaks it in. Kaprizov over to Boldy. Down low on the right side. Back in the corner. Eriksson Ek to the point. Kaprizov moves in. Over Zuccarello. Can't get a shot off. Moves it to the front. Shoots it. Blocked. Zuccarello to Kaprizov. In front. Zuccarello waits. Passes it. Intercepted. At the point. Spurgeon now. 45 left on the power play. Zuccarello in front. Save. Rebound. And it's cleared by Vegas. In the zone. Minnesota's got it. Kaprizov tries passing it in front. Eichel steals and dumps down the other way. You don't even care who wins. You just want more hockey. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, to be honest with you. Faber. Down the right side. Faber into the zone. We'll shoot it around behind the net. Up to the point. Hartman shoots it in the crease and down to the corner. Faber. To the point. Down low. Rossi fires it. Saved by Hill. And we're back to even strength. Battling on the right side. Stone picks it up for Vegas. Will backhand it down into the zone. Battling here at the neutral zone. Wah. Puck breaks free. Vegas looking to control it. Stone will dump it in. Minnesota picks it up. Brodin to Faber. To Hartman, who dumps it into the zone. It's blocked off. Vegas picks it up. Dorofeev into the zone. Blocked on the right side down low now. Gaudreau. We are halfway through the first overtime frame. On the right side here, Minnesota picks it up. They'll try and dump it down the other way. At the point, McNabb will clear it in and regroup off a delayed offsides. Here come the Wild. Gaudreau to Foligno. Back to Gaudreau, who just dumps it into the zone. My phone just crashed because of the YouTube. Puck is cleared into the Minnesota end. Glove by Gustafsson. Oh, boy. Oh, thanks, Austin. I appreciate it. Well, no, guys. Toronto and Ottawa is now underway, about 18 minutes into that one. It's going to end soon. I hope so. We'll have to see. Shots are 40 to 30. It seems like, it really seems like Vegas is kind of just running like they have, like, they're leading Minnesota by 10 every time. Every time Minnesota gets a shot back, so does Vegas. And they're going to wait here a little bit. 8:27 left in the overtime frame. Tied at 3. They're just cleaning the ice here real quick. Remember, in overtime, there are no commercials. So we just keep going. Essentially, the broadcast just keeps on going. Do I have a way to show power play times? I keep trying to figure out ways to fix that, but it's kind of hard to. Yes, it just started. You were in Toronto. Nice. Good stream. Like the excitement. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate all the support. Shots are 8-5 in favor of the Wild in this overtime frame, however. Just here to watch the Wild win. Face-off coming, though, inside of the Minnesota end. Eriksson versus Eichel. Face-off. Won by the Wild. Eriksson plays it around. On the right side, Boldy. Trying to get it out of the zone in the Vegas end. Kaprizov. Through the right side. Played up then, intercepted at the neutral zone and a whistle for a hand pass. Who is my favorite team? I'm actually a Flyers fan, Keaton. So I don't have a dog in this fight. My team stinks. But I'm just a small YouTuber who just loves to commentate games. Theodore to Carlson. Carlson down the right side. Shoots it. Saved by Gustafsson. Kaprizov. Trying to come down now the other way. Through the zone here now. Stolen back by the Knights and dumped down the other way. Spurgeon. Throws that puck around. Vegas will regroup in their own end. 7:30 left here. McNabb will dump it down low into the zone. It'll go wide of Gustafsson. Saad now battling here in the corner. Puck up at the point. Vegas with it. Stone on the right side. Stone a shot. Save. Rebound in front. It's loose. And Gustafsson covers. Oh, that got scary there for a second. Bobby Clark. We got about 7:30 left here in the overtime, Austin. So we're almost done the first OT, actually. Or we're getting done the first OT. We're getting there, I should say. Face-off. Won by Vegas. They blow it dead immediately due to a face-off violation there. Face-off won by the Wild. Down low. Zuccarello. Through the zone. Cleared back down low. Foligno battling for it. A shot from Zuccarello. Goes wide of the net. Down low in the corner. Foligno battling now with Hannafin. Smith. Picked up on the right side. Of course. Wah. To Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo to Wah. A shot. Blocked in front. Here come the Wild. Hartman, 2-on-1 with Trennan. Hartman shoots it. Glove save by Hill. Golden Knights are just the Flyers with the helmet on. That's kind of funny, actually. I like that analogy. I like that. Oh. $6:29 left in the overtime. Rossi versus Hurdle. It's one down low in the Vegas end. Hurdle picks it up then for Saad. Cleared down the other way. Down low in the corner. Middleton battling with Hurdle. Behind the net, Bogosian to Trennan. Sent through the zone to Brazeau. Brazeau will chip it into the Vegas end. Down low, trying to throw it in front. Through the skates, intercepted Bogosian. Back down to the right side. Down low, Haig will backhand it out of the zone. Bogosian will bring it in. Zach Bogosian. Down low in the corner now. Puck comes out in free. It's still behind the net. Whitecloud will backhand it up then for Saad. Over then for Spurgeon. And Vegas just trying to get control. They'll dump it deep into the Minnesota end. 5 minutes left in the overtime. Minnesota's on their feet, and they have been for almost this entire frame. Down low in the zone, Theodore. Back then, McNabb. Gets it to center ice. Picked up then by Kolasar. Picked up then by Hinostroza right back. Minnesota trying to move it in. Puck goes down and into the Minnesota end. It'll be an icing against Vegas. With 4:55 left. Imagine look at the ice crew out there to do a little bit of a line change. Oh my lord, folks. Face-off. Won by Minnesota. At the point, Middleton. Kaprizov holds it, shoots it, just wide behind the net. Eriksson Ek throws it up to the point. Kaprizov to Faber. Faber shoots it, and it goes wide. Kaprizov in front, and back down behind the net. Theodore on the right side. They'll battle for it here. It's picked up then by the Knights. Chipped into the zone now, down low. Faber will get it down in the corner, fighting with Pearson. He falls on top. Barbashev knocked down. Picked up by Boldy. 4 minutes left. Around to the right side. Minnesota picks it up. It's Foligno trying to clear it. And shot is on Gustafsson, and he makes the save. Oh my goodness. Toronto and Ottawa still 0 apiece with 12 minutes left in the first period, so just thought I'd provide a little bit of an update on that one. Got about 4 minutes left here in this overtime frame. Face-off. Won by Vegas. Up at the point. Hanifin a shot. Saved by Gustafsson. Eichel waits. Held up against the corner by Zuccarello. At the point, Pietrangelo shoots it, blocked. Foligno now gets it and banks it off the boards out of the zone. Vegas will regroup. It goes back down low into the zone. Spurgeon with it now. At the center ice, Carlson to Eichel. Eichel shoots it, and it goes wide. Oh, man. Eichel with the puck to the point. Hey, Pietrangelo shoots it wide. Eichel still with it. Intercepted. Minnesota clears down the other way. Haig will regroup now in Vegas' own zone. Down the right side, Faber picks it up. Cleared into the neutral zone. Less than 3 minutes to go now here in this first overtime frame. Faber. Dumped into the zone then by Brodin. And an icing against the Wild. Whew! We got 300 people here in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into this one. It's been non-stop overtime action. Non-stop hockey. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you are new, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. But if not, just enjoy the broadcast and let's hope for a thrilling finish here. This has been incredible. 2:45 left. Shots are 45 to 20 to 32. Smith down low, throws it in front, save in front, rebound, and they score! Vegas wins! Vegas ties the series up in overtime. I didn't even realize that was in. And we'll go back to Vegas, tied at 2. Offensive zone face-off, Ivan Barbashev with the overtime winner. Dude, I didn't even realize that puck was in. It was a rebound in front. Gustafsson was down. I didn't even see where the puck was. A bad turnover there from Minnesota. And Smith puts that one through. Barbashev answers it. And Vegas wins in overtime. Well, that's a tough end to that one, that's for sure, but Las Vegas gets the win there in overtime. No problem. Thank you to Mute Eck. I think that's your name. And that'll do it for that one. Vegas gets the win in overtime. They tie the series up at 2. Unfortunate ending, though, for the Wild, but Vegas was the better team throughout that game with the shots. I would have loved to see Minnesota get the win, but very unfortunate there. Thank you guys so much. This was an incredible stream. This is the best stream of the playoffs, the best stream of the season, the best stream in over 3 or 4 years. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. All right. We're going to go live to the Battle of Ontario. It's 1-0 Senators there. I'm going to end this stream and then start a new one. So thank you guys so much for all of you tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We'll be live in about not even 5 minutes.